Hey everyone. We've got welcome. Today we have the lovely Rick here joining me on Hatecast. Hi Rick, how are you?
Hello Andy, and hello everyone at Hates. Good to see you, mate. How are you doing?
I'm really good, although it has got extremely hot here in the East End of London here in Poplar, and I'm upstairs in our little tiny flat. I've got the curtains drawn and the door closed, so I am slowly melting. If I seem to melt like a snowman, like an ice sculpture through this interview, you'll know why, but don't be too scared.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I'm quite fortunate that my wife is working upstairs, so therefore I'm allowed to be downstairs in the corner.
Nice. So, Rick, I'm sure you're aware of the format. I'll ask you a series of questions, which you'll answer, hopefully.
Yeah,
it works best that way. That's series of questions. You give me your answers. Got a special question at the end. There's the four big ones at the end, four most important questions at the end. But to start off with, if anyone saw you at the club, Rick, who are you? What do you do? What would you be doing at the club if we saw you?
I'd probably be propping up the bar, to be totally honest with
you. Wouldn't we all?
Yeah. No, I guess. Well, officially at the club, I am the fantasy rep. Officially. I guess as in who am I? What sort of thing do I do? I've been involved with gaming for as long as I can remember, really. My older brother had loads of role-playing stuff. So when I was a toddler, I was amazed by all the pictures. I got hold of his first edition D&D Monster Manual and scribbled in it, which must have really pleased him. And then took that round with me whenever I went on holiday. So yeah, I've been involved in gaming since as long as I can remember, really.
So, the fantasy gaming that you play?
Originally, yes. To be honest, I do quite a lot of 40k and things like that as well now. But yeah, originally it was when I was younger. It was lots of fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
I sort of ended up as fantasy rep on the basis that when we were setting the club up, most of the original members weren't really into fantasy, and I insisted we should have some fantasy stuff.
Yeah, no, totally. It's Age of Sigmar everywhere. So, is that what are your favourite fantasy games?
I used to play a lot of Warhammer Fantasy Battle. That was that's what sort of most of my models are. I've sort of used them since though to using Kings of War, which is good. Nice, good rank and flank type of thing. I've done a little bit of Age of Sigmar, again, repurposing the very same models. A few skirmish games, again, using the same models.
Which fantasy skirmish games do you like?
I've done a bit of Frostgrave.
Yeah.
That's quite fun. I'd like to do some more, really.
There's a new edition coming out this year, so I'm hoping, well, I say hopefully it'll be out of lockdown at some point this year, so we can try the new Frostgrave, which is supposed to be coming, I think, in August. If Joe wants to come on and let us know when it's coming out and a few more details, do post if you watch these, Joe. I know he's been down the club for events and so on. But yeah, no, I love Frostgrave. I think it's such a good system. I know a lot of the people I've interviewed already have talked about how much they love Frostgrave.
Yeah, no, I do like a good dungeon crawl type game as well. I've loved Hero Quest back in the day, and like Dungeon Saga, which we've played.
Saga. Absolutely, that's a fantastic game. We need to get everyone back together. We need to get the band back together.
We do. Yeah, Aiden's poor elf. Yeah,
totally stabbed by an elf. Cool. So, do you branch? Do you ever find yourself in the role playing room?
I once or twice at the club. I do a lot of role playing outside the club, to be honest with you. Part of the reason when we set the club up was we wanted a space that we could do all the wargaming because there wasn't really room at home to do that. And so initially I was doing more role playing outside of the club. We've been in there a few times into the good old boat bar, but yeah, if I make it down the club, it tends to be more the miniature stuff. If I'm honest, been a lot more use of Roll20 during lockdown though. That's probably the habit.
I think a lot of people are. So on to our first series of the proper questions. Here we go, Rick. It really attacks you. Easy one first of all. What's on your workbench?
At the moment, I have some Halberdiers from the what will be the Hate Club Battlemasters set.
Oh, lovely.
Still trying to finish off. Yes.
Yeah.
So I need to get them done. About halfway through, sort of base coats and things. So they are getting there. But yeah, I've stalled a little bit with them at the moment. I need to get back on it.
I had some Chaos Knights, and nice. I just had some fun painting them, some crazy colours. And so, Ian, why not post below, Ian, if you're watching this? Let us know how you're getting on with the Battle Masters. What's left to be done? Because I think we'd like an update. I know you're waiting for them all to be completed, but I can't wait to see the best painted Battle Masters set in the world.
It is going to look fantastic. It really is. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. It's been great seeing everybody posting their updates and things. So, I need to get onto that. And it's quite nice painting skin that isn't green as well.
Yes. Strange. Yeah. Because you are it's come as no surprise to anyone that knows Rick. You're a big Orc player.
Indeed. Yes. Well, and indeed, small Goblin player. But,
yes.
Yes.
Kind of come together.
When I used to play with fantasy, it used to be big Goblin armies, and then when Toby and Dan dragged me back into miniature wargaming with 40k, it was with a Orc army, and I've not looked back. So
So is it just halberdiers you're working on at the moment?
I've got lots of Orcs that need to be painted.
That's how it works.
Yeah. My next and ongoing project is probably working on the Nihilus Rising thing that Russell and Gary have been running. It's sort of an Ascension style 40k thing.
So is that on? And excuse me, I don't know because I've not been involved. Is that on sort of a hiatus for the lockdown?
Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean we were doing games once every month and a half anyway, and everyone had just finished one phase when lockdown happened. So
the first phase.
Well, no, we got through quite far. We were up to about 1,250 points, something like that now.
That's a reasonable sized army then.
Yeah. I mean, I'm using it as an excuse to paint models that I've already got. That
paint more Orks.
Painting otherwise.
You never need an excuse to paint more Orks.
No, I've got so many of them.
It's because they're fungus. They just keep.
That's true. I'll blame the spores and not my poor spending.
So I tell my wife, yes, it's just Orc spores. Cool. That sounds good. Rick.
Yes, Andy.
What are you reading? What are you reading at the moment?
At the moment, I've just started the third of the what's it called? Is it Siege of Terror books? Following on from the Horus Heresy books.
Amazing. Yeah.
I'd got into quite late into reading the Horus Heresy, but basically once I got a Kindle, I was like, I can read these now without, filling my entire house with a whole new set of books. So I've been working through them, and then obviously Siege of Terror they're still doing. So yeah, I've been waiting till they come out on the Kindle. So I've just got the third one, just started. They're good. They're good.
I'm trying to finish the Horus Heresy ones before I start the Siege of Terror.
Yeah.
And I'm halfway through, and I'm like, those Siege of Terror books, they look like they're really good. The Dan Abnett ones have just been.
Dan Abnett's great. Aaron Densky Bone's great.
Yeah.
The thing with the Horus Heresy books, there's like 50 of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are better than others. I'll be totally honest with you. Some of them are definitely better than others.
Battle for the Abyss.
But I'm a completist. So
reading. Was it the Primarchs one? And I got to the Nick Kime one about Perturabo, Ferrus Manus.
Yeah.
And it was. And no offense to anyone who loved that short story. I'm sorry. I stopped reading for like a year and a half because I kept going, I've got to read this story next. It was so bad. I just put the book down and couldn't read it.
No, it's always a bit like that. To be honest, I've been doing less reading since lockdown. I know a lot of people the other way around, but I tend to read on the tube on the way into work, and obviously I'm not doing that so much now. So so I haven't been plowing for as many as I was, but it's not so bad if the book's stopping after a few stops, and you can get off the tube and have a little break from it. If it's one that's not so exciting, you can plow through.
Absolutely. Cool. That sounds good. Top tip. This is a longer, tougher one. What does gaming mean to you?
Well, I mean, it's fun, isn't it? It's about having some fun. It's about having some fun.
There you go.
I mean, it's easy. No, I mean, I've always, as I said earlier, I've always loved sort of the fantasy sort of genres and things like that. Even from when I was like a little kid, so I've always loved that type of thing. I'm I'm not a competitive person, as I'm sure you and anyone who's played me will know.
Maybe Rick is lucky, really.
Yeah. yeah. This is part of the reason I'm, playing the things that I do. It's not so bad when I lose, though. But no, it's about having fun with your mates. I've never been a competitive gamer. I mean, some people who are fine. If you want to have a competitive game, that's great. People get enjoyment out of that.
The eternal argument is people who are, whack, win at all costs, who really, really want to win, and people who are more sort of fluffy or historically accurate, as they say in bolt action, want to have like a fun or an accurate list. Like, well, this wouldn't have been there, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take what they have, even though it's less optimal.
Yeah.
And they're both legitimate ways of playing the game. It's just, I think it's important that both people agree on that before you start.
Absolutely. If you want to, if you want to play a more competitive game before you go, that's great. As long as you both know from the start.
Yeah. No, I want you to pick the fluffy list, and I want me to pick a competitive list. That's the best way to do it. Because every time someone runs an event,
every time I play James's Grey Knight.
Yeah. That is a beautiful army, by the way.
What's that? Sorry.
James's Grey Knight's army. It's a beautiful army.
Oh yes.
I painted it.
Nice. Oh, I was thinking of other James, but yeah, fair enough.
Should we take a quick break there?
Yes.
And we'll forge on with the rest of the questions. Gary can do a little fade between us in the next section here. So,
lovely.
In a bit.
Gary.
Yeah. That's how I got nicknamed the Trombone of Gibraltar. Anyway, we're back again. Hi, Rick.
Hello, Andy. Hello, Hate.
Hi, everyone. Some more questions here for Rick. We're going to go through. Rick, what artists inspire you?
Right. Well, in terms of outside of the hobby, I tend to prefer kind of things that are quite sort of bright or bold. One of the things that kind of distracts me or gets in my way with my painting is that I'm partially colourblind. So to be honest,
yes.
Yeah. So to be honest, which is why I have some neon green orcs at one point. I tend to prefer a lot more sort of like modern art, things like Liechtenstein, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Bright and bold, or sculpture and stuff. Because to be honest, some of the subtleties of painting is probably lost on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Within the hobby, when I was younger, I loved all the kind of fantasy type covers. You used to have D&D type things like Elmore and things like that. But I suppose what I really like line drawings and things from, particularly from things like Road Trader and things like Mighty Orks. Paul Bonner, I think it is, who did all of the Orc line drawings originally, which look fantastic. In terms of sort of my own painting and that, I mean, I'm a middling painter at best. I'm happy enough with what I produce, but I'm never gonna, be a fantastic painter. I'm never gonna aim to be a fantastic painter. I like to look at some sort of YouTube things with people who are painting similar stuff, and it gives me some ideas. But a lot of it, I just go and that's very nice.
So the art,
I'm not going to do that.
Inspired by the art you look at, you're not looking at Mondrian and going like, I've got a brilliant idea for a squig.
No.
This here. Although now I would love you to do that. And it's fine if you're just doing like a workman level standard paint job. You're not entering Golden Demon and you're happy.
Exactly.
How many times have you walked up to a table, Rick, and your opponent has turned to you and gone, "Oh yeah, not playing you. That there's only 2 layers of highlighting on that model." Has that ever happened to you?
If that ever happened, I would literally never play because I don't do highlighting.
I have never had anyone come up to me and tell me that my army was poorly painted and they will never play me. And even this is when I had 2 skills: washes and dry brushing.
Yeah, dry brushing. Yeah.
It's like, is it a wash dry brush situation? Maybe both. My first set of models were terribly painted. Yeah. I never had anyone turn me down for a game. So I mean, there's that fear. I don't know where that fear comes from sometimes.
No, I mean, obviously, there's people, particularly some people at the club who are fantastic painters. There's people who are really into the painting side of the hobby, and that's great. I mean, I do like to paint my own models.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've been tempted. Do you want to get somebody else paint? But it's not something I really enjoy doing. I have to sort of forced myself to do it a bit. And it's satisfying when it's then done, but yeah, it's not the main thing in a hobby for me, if I'm honest.
I find it helps me to relax, almost meditative sometimes. So I'll get my paints out and my models out, and I'll sit and I'll put on Netflix, bit of Grace and Frankie, put it on. I'll be painting away, and then it's just done, But it kind of is almost, sometimes it is almost painful. You're like, oh, why is this taking so long? But then when it's finished, it's like, it's done.
Yeah. It's very satisfying when you're done. Yeah. No, I try to listen to like YouTube channels and things of other people painting. Often, not the star painters, people moaning about how they've got to paint this model. That sort of YouTube channel. That kind of inspires me to go, well, they're doing it, so I suppose I should as well.
Yeah. Because I do enjoy painting, but it's not necessarily fun when I'm doing it, if that makes any sense. I get kind of angsty when I'm not painting. Like I think I need it. So I think for me, it is really good for my mental health to paint things. I get a sense of completion. I get to turn my brain off. But I don't know if I necessarily enjoy it when I'm doing it. There we go. Anyway, that's what artists inspire you.
Yeah. Getting it done. That's what inspires me.
Good answer. So, why does it inspire you? Painting is annoying. Good answer.
Yeah.
Rick, what's your favourite genre of movie?
It kind of depends on my mood. I mean, I like action movies. I like things I can laugh at. Most of the time, if I'm watching something, I'm just watching it to be entertained and to just chill out. So a silly action movie or a sci-fi movie or something like that is great. Sometimes something that's a bit more gritty, something a bit more kind of like horror or a bit more psychological, then that could be great. But I don't really go to the cinema very often.
Yeah.
And at home, mostly when I'm watching a film, it's at the end of the day when I'm knackered. And so I don't really want to have to think very much.
No,
I saw The Lighthouse recently. The Lighthouse, that was very good psychological film.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. Really enjoyed it. And it was funny as well. At least I found it funny, whether it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah, I find when I'm at home in the evening, it's been a long day and I'm just chilling out. I just want something light-hearted and fun to watch.
Yeah.
I don't come and go like, oh, it's been a really stressful, tiring day. Let's watch, pick your movie,
Yeah.
I just want to watch something that's just a bit stupid. Like, what's the latest Netflix movie that's stupid? It's pretty much there's a time and a place for the longer, more serious movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I increasingly can't be bothered to concentrate.
Yeah,
something that I've seen before.
The Apocalypse Now Redux Extended Edition. I'm going to get 4 hours aside. Like getting that kind of clearance from the wife and child, be able to sit there for that long uninterrupted. I can't.
Yeah.
Can't see that happening.
No. Obviously, I should have a special mention for Star Wars, though, as I am a big Star Wars fan, so I will always happily watch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, luckily, my son likes Star Wars, so.
That's good. You should.
Bobby was posting something on the group about Star Wars, and I realised how nostalgic I am now for the prequels.
Really? Yeah. They don't seem that bad anymore, do they?
They don't. I really don't seem that bad. I'm like, Obi-Wan was cool, Jango Fett was cool, Grievous was cool, Dooku was cool.
Yeah.
Because I kind of blanked out. I think as I'm getting older, my memory's going, and so I'm just forgetting the bad bits and just remembering all the good bits. Like,
look, as long as it's that way round, that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. The next Anakin, they've gone.
Yeah. Well, his dialogue was not memorable.
No. Pod race, the duel with Darth Maul. I remember those bits. All the sad bits I've forgotten.
Yeah.
All good. Anyway, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Rick.
Yes. Straight back.
Okay. What makes you build a force for a game?
Because I think it'll be funny, generally.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said earlier, I'm not competitive, and I'm also not very good at remembering rules. I'm therefore not great often at playing games. So if I pick something that I think will be amusing, then, as I said earlier, I'm kind of giving myself a little bit of an excuse.
Like something that you think is a funny concept, so Spanish.
Yeah, something I think it'll be unusual, or it'll be fun to play.
Yeah.
And often something that's not too complicated.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of a random roll that can go a swingy random roll.
I do miss all the random, there's a good chance you're going to blow yourself up when you do this kind of rolls that you used to have. That was part of the fun.
I feel so cheated when we went to the Skullbusters tournament. The shock attack gun.
Yes.
You roll double 6.
I know.
That should have killed that Titan. Should have been gone.
It should have killed the Titan. Should have been sucked into the void immediately.
We check on the new table. No, it just takes a big hit. Like, no, that's wrong. It should have been dead.
It should have been just gone.
Take that £1,000 off the table.
That would have been funny.
My nice plastic orc. It's killed it.
He probably wasn't even painted.
Yeah. I'll put some green on it. It's great. Its body's grey. It's just green on its face. There you go.
It's fine.
Done. So, what armies in particular have you collected that you thought were fun? So, I'm guessing you see an orc player, the funnest of all armies.
Oh yeah. No, I was always attracted to like orcs and goblins in fantasy because they're both quite simplistic and sort of quite fun. Quite totally. Like Bloodhound. I suppose I like sort of underdog orcs in that commander. No one who's the big powerful people.
Yeah. Cool. So, what's your next army project? Have you got a next project coming up? A next army?
Well, as I say, I need to carry on with the Nihilus Rising stuff. I suppose really that there was talk about doing Bad Ab War again at the club, wasn't there? So
were put around that effect.
Yeah, so I'd need to actually get some Space Marines out, and they'll all be really, really old, tiny Space Marines.
Small. Why are they so tiny?
Yeah. So I suppose I should do that. I'd quite like to do Ed and is it Lee? We're talking about doing some Rogue Trader style orcs. Proper first edition stuff. I've got loads of that. I brought a load of Russell, and I've got an army's worth, but I've never started. I mean, like a proper modern army's worth, let alone a Rogue Trader one.
Rogue Trader.
But I've not got around to building them. I've got like lots and lots of models, but they need work. So that might be
a very question here, Rick. So you're going to say yes to this. Do you have the Orc books from Rogue Trader? The freebooters, and what's the other one? I thought there was 3. I can't remember.
Wardy Orcs, Here We Go, and freebooters.
Here We Go. Yeah. I knew there was 3 because one is just background, and then the other
the original one,
split, aren't they?
Yeah.
I remember.
I
was there, Rick. I remember. Because of course, I used to have a Bad Moons army back in the day in Rogue Trader days. I bought 2 of the plastic boxes and had some heavy weapons, and I called it an army. It's terrible.
Nice. You see, so I never used to play 40k back then. It was all fantasy, so I've only got the books in later days. But my brother had all the White Dwarfs, and loads of it was printed in the White Dwarfs originally.
Yeah.
So I remember reading a lot of the articles and stuff about it, and thinking this was really cool. But I didn't really get into playing 40k until Toby and Dan, and when we set the club up ages ago.
Because they reprinted the Chaos books, haven't they? I've got them both on my shelf now.
Yeah.
I wonder if they do the same with the Orc ones. Who knows?
That'd be cool. That would be cool. I don't know. I mean, it would be great if they did, but they've changed so much of the fluff now. I don't know. Yeah, it'd be good if they did. I didn't have the original Realm of Chaos books. I've got the first one now, and I was about to get the second one when all of this happened. So Carl was ready to buy it for me up at Warhammer World. But, yeah.
I wish
I'm waiting for him to get back in.
They reprinted Rogue Trader in hardback. I don't know if you can still get it or not in hardback from Warhammer World, but I wish I bought it because I've got the original in softback. I didn't bother, but I thought, well, I've got the original in softback. Yeah. But it's so old, I'm thinking actually, probably would have been a good idea to get a new copy. Yeah. If I open that, or the pages are probably going to fall out.
Yeah, I think I've somehow ended up with a couple of copies and they're both knackered, but they're classic books.
Yeah, they are like 30 years old now.
Yeah. Yeah, don't say things like that.
Not just it can legally drink in a pub. It's kids can now legally drink in a pub. And on that bombshell, we're going to take another break, Rick, and I'm going to come back and we're going to get into the real meat of the interview.